I proceeded to then kick him in the balls
As you should.
and tell him, I don't care that you're the father of my children.
Yeah.
I can live without you.
I mean, what else to do when somebody eats your last pop tart?
I know, and like it will be enough for me,
Hmm.
and it will have to be enough for the kids.
Absolutely.
Are we recording?
I think they started. Okay.
Okay, you just give me a minute.
Yeah. Take your time.
Okay,
Well,
it's just been tough.
it's been a tough couple of days.
But can you tell me something? Can you tell me about how they say?
They say like step on a crack, break your mother's back.
I think I've heard it
Mm-hmm.
said before, but I had this thought.
Hmm?
I think that the entrails of this podcast are so mother
Yeah.
that we just keep skipping those cracks.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Millie Vanilli.
I'm your host. Dead. Like I cannot
You are your host.
function.
Your host dead.
My host dead.
I'm your host, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Mm.
Talk about your kids.
Oh boy.
No, you wanna
Hmm?
that you wanna name have like 3 kids.
Oh yeah, I wanna have like three kids, and I want it to be Sarah, Jessica, and Parker.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Uh, Imagine it's triplets
Oh, that would be
and like
perfect.
2 girls and a
Yeah.
boy.
I don't care how it goes, like gender wise. Like it's all boys, it's gonna be Sarah, Jessica, and
And
Parker.
Parker.
And
And
Parker is gonna be
Parker's gonna be the gay one.
yeah,
Sarah and Jessica are gonna be like football
yeah, yeah,
jocks,
yeah.
respectful to gender and sexuality
Absolutely.
and sports.
Mm. And such things.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How
Well,
how how have your last 2 weeks been?
yeah, we skipped one because I had to go to well, not had to, but like I went with my dad to like on a hike.
Thanks for covering my back. Because we were like, we could do it Sundays, and I was like, I just can't. Why? I just can't get out of bed.
Yeah.
It's been a tough week.
Hmm.
It's been hard. Went
Yeah.
on a date, it didn't work out well.
Yeah.
I really grew to like him, but he realized that he can't give me what I want. He was
Mhm.
like, I'm not ready to have like
Yeah.
a and that's the sad part of living in Buttfuck Nowhere, Nevada. Just people are they live in these spaces where they're not able to have a relationship even if they like the other person. Because because like if we date, like my friends will know and he doesn't want that. And that's it's the sad aspects of life that come along. But then like a few days later, the paycheck cleared.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
Lego Indiana Jones set came
Mm.
and yeah,
Healed.
I healed. Yeah, I'm totally healed. I
Healed.
definitely did not take 2 Xanaxes today, and
No.
I'm not recording this laying down, looking at you like giving you the eyes of like take over.
Mhm.
You do most of it, but
Okay.
also I'm doing all the talking.
I know. I'm letting you get it out, you know?
Thank
Get
you,
it out
thank
of
you.
your
No,
system.
we have a virtual diary,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody really listens, and we don't care.
Yeah.
We're not doing this for them. If it blew up.
That'd be great.
Sure, whatever.
If
I'll
it doesn't,
Qaeda this bitch. If it
okay,
doesn't,
this
if it
bitch.
doesn't, it's a fun little hobby that we do
Yeah, and it's cute to
once a
have
week.
like a,
We'll have it
you
to
know,
look back.
yeah,
We'll be like, oh, those crazy kids.
crazy.
They were 23. She
She's
was 35.
35, piling out.
Mhm.
She was so alive. Anyway, my week. Well, I went my 2 weeks. I went on a hike. That was fun,
Yeah,
and I realized I really gotta get into work, like moving my body more. And the problem wasn't even like that I got tired or like that I couldn't do it. It's my back.
you're
My
back.
back felt like they were gonna fall off of my body. I'm not kidding you.
Okay.
And that is the worst of it all.
I just have this mind where I'm like, I can do it.
Mm, yeah.
I just can.
What, baby? Our dog's being.
A bitch.
Hmm.
And it's funny because he's male.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
the 2 weeks have been wild,
wild.
and I keep thinking like, why?
Yeah, I'm
It-
just like, what did happen this
What
week?
did happen? I mean,
I feel like a lot did, but I don't know.
yeah, but I keep thinking to like, I just so I have my usual like sat down like the Nietzsche type therapy sessions,
Yeah,
but no, because I went through that, so it was just my body reacted very intensely because I have mental health issues, and then it was just like a big spike up and then a big spike down,
yeah,
and then until it stabilized, it was just mania
yeah.
on any side of the way. I slept through a day. I told a coworker of mine, Sehur Buras. For you guys that don't get it, I'm absolutely not religious, and neither
Yeah,
is he, and that's the funny part. And Sehur is when you're
fasting.
fasting. Yeah,
When you
it's
get up in the morning to like eat and drink,
yeah,
and then
that's your eat,
before the
and
sun rises.
then you don't.
Yeah.
So that was a lot.
hmm
My friend's going to Germany for like just visiting
hmm
to see her. What's the word? She's her aunt.
Yeah, 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 like a nephew.
Yeah, to see her nephew. Yeah, like a nephew.
Like a nephew.
To
Um,
see her nephew, and I'm so like, wow. By the time my sister has a kid, I'm gonna have four. My
mm,
sister's 4 years older.
mm, go figure.
She's coming soon.
That's fine.
I'm so professional.
Mm-hmm.
No, hey, if there's one thing I realize that people appreciate, it's realism. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna be real with you guys. I drank 2 Xanaxes, and we also drove a lot
Yeah, I got
today.
a bike today. That was fun.
Yeah,
Um,
her
so
boyfriend sent money to me to
yeah,
surprise her with a bike.
yeah.
It's a great bike. His name is Zeke. What do you think of Zeke?
Seat is great. The seat is a bit hard, but I think that's every bike. I think I just need to get my butt used to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ow! Calm down.
We made a great meal today.
Oh, we did. We did a great meal. We
Oh,
did
it's
pasta with like a lot of cheese,
a
like
lot of
buttload of
cheese.
cheese,
And then
and
like really well seasoned meat.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was great.
And then the top layer was also cheese, but it was like melted in the way where it gets hard. Like
Beautiful,
it's
beautiful.
like the crust. Oh my God, that was really good. We really outdid ourselves.
We really did. I don't know what else happened that was fun.
What
I
else
want to
happened?
get into like a mood to like be funny, you know.
No, we can have like a. I mean, the movie that we're gonna talk about is somewhat somber.
Mm-hmm. No, the movie that we're gonna talk about is emotionally devastating
It's you
to
know
me
it's
personally.
it's not to me as well.
Yeah,
Don't dare. I watched that movie in cinemas 5 times, so
hmm
I got
yeah.
over the parts that were so intense. But I love people who are gonna be like, "What is it? Is it the Green Mile?
Is the Green Mile?
Is it the Green
Is it
Mile?
Sophie's
Is
Choice?
it Sophie's Choice?" Well, it does feature an actor
Mm-hmm.
from
From
Sophie's
said
Choice.
movie.
But
We'll
yeah,
see.
no, what there was something else. We started having double dates. My friend
Oh,
from
yeah, yeah,
work
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and his wife
Yeah.
keep sending voice memos, and one time I was just here, so I was like, "Hey, listen to this voice memo," and we just kept replying.
It was so fun because it was in like a podcast format
Yeah,
of they will like send a bunch and then we will respond to them and it's like these are people I've never met before and but they're so fun and I love them both purely.
yeah. No, sometimes it took a lot out of me, and it was also I don't know. I had a nice moment of figuring out who my friends are, and it sounds like I'm being a teenager, like. I told some fake bitches bye,
Yeah.
and I'm also like I'm a great friend until you cross me, then I'm your worst nightmare. Yeah. No, but I was just like I had this feeling about a few people where I was like, these are the people I want to talk to now,
Yeah.
to who will make me feel better, and they were, and it was a surprise. Not a surprise that they help me out and shit. Just like I don't know.
Yeah,
People are great, and we need so much. We people are all we have.
you're right.
Where's that from?
I don't know.
Pe-
You're so right though.
Somebody said it's a quote. Like
Okay.
I hate people, and then somebody else said people.
People are always
It's it's her favorite scene from Fleabag season 2. It's the lesbian girl who won the like Woman
oh,
of the Year award. And then Fleabag goes like, "People suck," and she goes like, "People are all we have." That really stuck to me. That whole show really
I love,
stuck
we
to me.
gotta do it now.
Oh, on episode,
Like
on
for
episode
per
per
episode.
episode of Fleabag.
Absolutely. I think we should do like season one, season two.
Yeah, no, 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 absolutely. Because season 1 and season 2 are so different
Yeah.
in a way. I love both of them. It depends on what mood I'm in. Like right now, it's season 2 vibe.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
love season
but
two.
usually for me in my life, it's season 1
Yeah.
vibes.
My favorite scene though from season one is when I'll save it for the
Okay.
yeah.
Have you been watching anything? Have you been experiencing anything recently? Have you?
No,
How's life been?
I rewatched How I Met Your Mother.
Really?
Yeah, fully.
Full, like from
Fully.
beginning to
Yeah.
end.
I have a lot of time at work. um, so I'm just like, I know the usual.
Oh, baby.
Um, I did that and dyed my hair. I think most of what happened today,
Yeah.
which is funny. But we have a Pepco.
Yeah, we got a new store and we geeked out over it. Surprisingly, I didn't want anything from it.
Yeah,
I mean, I just nothing made me gag.
yeah.
I wasn't gagging,
To me, I
but it
just
was
went.
I answered and I was like, "This is Selma will love
Yeah,
this."
I bought a lot of Barbie things.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
bought sweatpants and
You bought a
a
sweatpants.
sweatpants.
Speaking of, I'm gonna cover my. Where is it?
What?
The Barbie blanket.
Here it is.
Give me. I'm gonna cover
Yeah.
myself
The
in it.
Barbie blanket. He got me the Barbie blanket.
Yeah, I got her the Barbie blanket because I'm a good friend.
Good friend. And I bought a shirt. I bought Barbie slippers. I bought I bought this weird like pig thing. It's like a little purse. It's for kids, but it's like a tiny little thing.
I would call it a coin purse.
Yeah, like a coin purse. And then he had this brilliant idea, which he doesn't want to do now, which is to keep his pills in that. Hilarious and so like iconic.
I keep thinking like a child would be like,
Where
"What
are
are
you
you trying to
going?
do?"
He went up on the couch.
He went up on like the where you lean on the couch,
Yeah, like the top of the couch.
where your back is.
Yeah, did you figure out that's not a plausible thing for you to do? Good
Okay.
job. I think he just wanted to be with us, but there's no
I
space,
think
but
he also wants to go for a walk. You were on a
yeah, we'll
walk
go.
what 3 hours ago? Maybe a bit more.
A bit more, but we'll go
Yeah, it's fine.
once we're done. Yeah.
He's fine.
Um,
He's just attention seeking right now.
yeah,
Our dog is being a dog.
crazy. Um, I don't know.
I keep listening to the My Favorite Murder podcast,
Mhm,
and I spent 6 hours listening to it while building the Lego set.
mhm.
So it's just 6 hour of murder podcasts and Lego, and it was a great night. My focus was 100% on one thing, and I was just like, "Hey, I want to finish this now,
Yeah,
and I want to feel this accomplishment, and I want to turn around and see what I mean." I love Lego so much. I got like like a little extra like Lego set, like when you spend too much money.
so
Like
they give you like a gift,
yeah, and
and it's pretty flowers.
yeah, I gave it to Selma to we built it together,
Mm,
and then it's like a trellis with flowers, and it's really cute. So the yesterday I overslept.
mhm.
I didn't walk the dog.
Oh yeah,
I
poor guy.
I finished with work and I was just like, I'm gonna take a quick nap.
Mhm.
I woke up, it's 9, so Selma comes home at like 9. Her shift finishes 9:30.
Yeah, so
So
the
it's
entire
my
time,
job to walk him.
Walk me, walk me.
Yeah.
The entire time I'm calling him, being like, because it was like you were supposed to walk him and then come get me,
Yeah.
and I'm calling him,
And you
being
know what
like,
the
"Are you
funny thing
coming?"
is? We didn't plan that
Yeah,
at all. But I thought in my head the day before, I'm
Mhm.
gonna go get Selma.
Yeah. No, just at this point, it's like it's a Friday.
Yeah, yeah, he's getting me.
So yeah.
And so I slept till like 9, and then I woke up. She writes me, "I'll kill you." Amel, who didn't know about my psychotic depressive episode, writes like, "Hope you okay."
Hope you're okay. Meanwhile, I'm like, fucking it.
Fucking hell! I
I'll
hope
kill you.
you better have killed yourself.
Yeah.
And it's I didn't kill myself, and you're like, you should have avoided it.
Yeah, sure.
Should have managed it. Um, but no, we rewatched the movie that we're supposed to make an episode to, like
Yes, we did that last Friday,
last Friday. Yeah,
thinking like, oh, we're gonna get up early in the morning on Saturday and do it. Didn't do it. Let's do it
absolutely.
Sunday. Didn't do it. So we just
Because
skipped
my
it.
work friend and his wife sent voice memos, and we just decided, hey,
Might as well do this.
might as well reply to them until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And
Which,
now,
by the way, a fun little lore about them. My favorite thing. So the dude's dad worked for like I don't know what he was like a cop or whatever, but
he's a security
he was a
guard
security guard for Bill Clinton.
for Bill Clinton. Not like the security guard for Bill, like
Yeah,
a
not but
security guard on Buttfuck Nowhere, Nevada.
yeah, when they came here,
Yeah,
set up and
when
shit.
like important people come on, he's the one to
Yeah, but I'm like, was Monica Lewinsky there? Like, what happened? Like, I want to talk to that man more than anything else. Um, so like, and it's funny because they were talking about it, like, briefly mentioned it, and the main plot of the story he was telling was about how,
chasing a spider.
yeah, how he was chasing a spider, and I'm like, can we go back up a little bit?
Meanwhile, I'm over here like
I love spiders.
I just love spiders.
Spiders are great.
I finally changed my bike tires, so my bike, whose name is Storm, is finally operational again. And yeah, no, this is gonna be a weird episode because halfway through, when my stomach settles, I'll go get ice cream, and I'll fucking eat ice cream. I don't give a shit. No, but nobody is listening to this. And now, if I want ice cream, I'm gonna eat ice cream.
Eat ice cream.
Absolutely.
Get it going.
I've been listening to a lot of My Favorite Murders, and a lot more attentively than I have before, because usually I just listen to them, and when the murders come, I'm like, I half care,
Mhm.
because I'm not too big on true crime, but I still very much
Yeah.
enjoy a good story. But now I'm listening to it, and I'm just like, it's kind of taken over my life. I wanna start reading like true crime books,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what? What's on the top of my list? They talk about it a
What?
lot. It's this writer called Anne Rule,
Okay.
and she's like a famously good writer of true crime.
Mm-hmm.
And then come to find out that her coworker
Mm-hmm.
Ted Bundy
Shut up.
turns out he's a serial killer,
No way. She
and
she wrote a book about it. Yeah, I
it's
mean,
called The
duh.
Stranger Beside Me.
Wow, that's chilling.
I know,
I gotta read that.
and she's so like, you know,
Jeez, imagine though.
imagine like I'm a true crime writer. I
Yeah.
don't know if she was or that kickstarted her
Mm-hmm.
career, but like I think she was either already a writer
Yeah.
or something, but then just like fucking Ted Bundy,
Ted
and
Bundy.
that's the thing. It's not being like he killed these women that we don't care about, and we're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna talk about Ted Bundy. No, she's like, this man worked next to me in my office,
Yeah.
and he was just the most normal guy.
That's what I always keep thinking about it. Like, imagine your closest of neighbors just ends up being like a total psychopath. Like, there are bodies next, like, in the apartment next to you. Dead bodies.
Okay, dead bodies, sure.
Dead bodies.
Um,
So fucked up.
yeah, no, that's the thing. That's why I'm always afraid of trash cans.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, somebody half alive is gonna be there, and be like,
You.
oh. But no, I keep reading about these perfect story, and for some reason, it really like calms me down.
Yeah.
Just First of all, it's the privilege of being a man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like me being stalked and
Yeah.
and all those things.
It's a
That's
rare chance.
yeah, that's why true crime is such a.
Yeah, but it's also women love true crime.
That's the thing that's I was just about to say
Yeah.
like that's why women resonate so much with true crime because they're like, how can I avoid this?
Yeah.
How can I? Oh no,
But
which
then it's also like a lot of ideas on how to kill someone.
there's that joke like all men think they can beat some
All straight,
soccer.
yeah, all straight men think they can be a comedian. All gay men think that they can win Drag Race, and all women think they can get away with murder. It's so true.
I don't think I could win Drag Race. I could. I do think I could be a comedian. So
Yeah.
I'm coming out as straight. Um, I'm thinking of rewatching. Um, so I'm getting a lot of shows recommended from Karen and Georgia
Mhm.
from the My Favorite Murder podcast.
Yeah, the other night he goes like, I think I'm gonna watch like People versus O.J. Simpson. Like they recommend. I've been recommending that show to you for
I told you
years.
they sped up the process because I've always been semi interested in that show. I will never forgive him for the People versus Johnny Versace. I just
Um,
I just think that was in poor taste
never read. So I didn't
because
see it.
it's in the American history
Uh-huh.
story, American crime
Yeah,
story.
American Concert. I didn't
Um,
see it because it didn't have Sarah Paulson in it.
it had Darren Criss playing another gay man. He really wants Darren Criss to play gay man. That's his thing. Um, but no, I took a bath. It's been a while since I
I
like
took a bath.
no like a bath like
Yeah, full, yeah, laid down.
yeah. And it was just really once again listening to murder podcasts. But they recommended that. They recommended this show about like this autopsy reporter solving
Yeah.
crimes. And I think that's something we could watch together. It's there's one episode where they open up a body and they found voodoo dolls inside of it.
Ew.
I mean, come on.
That's creepy.
I mean, hey,
Mm.
is that crazy or is that crazy?
Exactly. You know, it's a really like like a cop show that I love.
90210.
No, they don't do Castle.
Oh
They
yeah,
have the
I know
most
that
like
about. But see, for me, that's
storylines
I
of that. It's like always like a voodoo doll thing, or if it's like
no. That's
Christmas, then
that
it's
for
like,
me is not a cop show.
well, yeah,
It's a
true.
detective
Yeah, it's a
series.
detective thing and whatever. But it's I
Because
love.
cop shows have this entirely different vibe.
Hmm.
Cop shows are like, what's the German show that people from our primary
Oh,
school
Drive or
watched?
something.
No, it's like a German cop
Yeah,
show.
I know her. I know exactly what you mean,
Yeah,
but I
okay,
forgot.
okay.
I think it's Drive. No, I
Yeah,
don't know.
just those two guys and they're
Yeah,
so cop shows are much more exciting, running
yeah, yeah.
high speed chases. Detective shows are like
That's right.
yeah, Bones,
Mm-hmm.
Castle, all of that.
Yeah.
There's one also know it because of them, but from like, and that's how you know it's good because I watched them or listened to these podcasts so long ago that I'm like, I still remember this.
Yeah.
I think I'm not. Don't quote me on this. I'll know the exact title later, but I think it's called Rosemary and Thyme, and it's these two gardeners,
Mm-hmm.
two British middle-aged gardeners called Rosemary and Thyme. And every time they have a gardening job, somebody dies in the building,
Oh,
and they solve the crime.
oh,
See
I
that
love that. I
that's
want to
the
watch
those
that.
are the shows that I
Yeah.
want to watch. There were like several shows about like uh, fathers. What's the name? Like priests
Mm-hmm.
solving crimes, and there's a hot one, like fairly like I wouldn't say like oh no
Yeah.
so hot, but he's
Yeah. Choose that
very
thing.
made to be hot. And then there's this one dude on his bicycle.
Just go.
We're always carrying an umbrella. I forgot his name, but my mom watched a lot of Cop Shows,
Yeah.
so I
Also, you know
will
what's a
understand.
weird concept to me that it was as popular as it was?
A Murder She Wrote.
Murder She Wrote.
Hmm.
Because it's such a like, oh, this sweet old lady, and we'll have her
Yeah,
like just wherever she
Angela
goes,
Lansbury.
Angela, wherever she goes, there's gonna be a murder. and she's gonna solve it.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
the problem with a lot of those were how to get around that coincidentally every time they
She,
appear on a scene,
yeah, every time she leaves the house, someone
someone
dies.
dies. Yeah. But then they invite her, like,
Yeah, like the thing, I'm
it
not
wasn't she
inviting her
like
to
a,
my party.
no, but
You know?
no, isn't it like, wasn't she like a private detective?
Yeah, I think
And they
this.
sent her messages of like, hey, this weird thing happened.
No, I think it was literally. It's every episode was like she used to be a something, and then she would just go and be somewhere, and then there would be a dead body, and she'd be like, "Oh, might as well
Oh,
figure it out." I think that's what because I saw a few episodes when I was a kid, and I was always like, "What? Why? Who
yeah.
keeps inviting her anywhere? Why? There's gonna be a
Somebody
murder.
lock her up.
Lock
Well,
that woman out."
crime will go
Jeez.
down by 80%.
Did you see the thing about P Diddy or whatever the fuck his name is?
Oh yeah, he's into bad stuff.
What? That's the least of the headline.
I know
Um,
that's the comedic effect.
but there's so many people now coming out and being like, shit is going on. Like in Hollywood, like there's like literal, like what's it called? Like,
Talk more about P Diddy. I'm gonna go get the ice cream out for
okay,
it to melt a bit.
what's the thing called when they like go in a circle?
I just put the microphone. Circle jerk.
No, when like like witches around the fire. What's it called?
Uh, a sermon.
Sure, like there was a lot of that going on, and a lot of people are going out, um, coming out with the stories of like they would literally like traffic children, and then they would have like they would kidnap children and put them in commercials and shit, and then they would have like, I mean, that's the conspiracy theory, you know. But now the shit with P Diddy is coming out, where he's lit like full on a police investigation on him, where he was trafficking children and trafficking women and shit like that. How does who? How does Kesha tie in? I don't know how does Kesha tie in. Who's talking about Kesha? Oh, feeling like P Diddy.
Wake up in the morning
Like
feeling
feeling like
like P
P
Diddy.
Diddy. Hilarious. No, but so
It's
now I'm like, are these people crazy or is it real? Are they making the frogs gay? Like, what is it? What? People's right.
I'm gonna remember this from the top of my head. There's this post and it's like F in frog is for friendship. R in frog is for resilience.
Uh huh.
O in O in frog is for omnipotence.
Hmm.
G in frog is for gay.
Yeah.
It was a lot more like the previous ones were a lot more beautiful. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking of nice words from that.
Yeah.
Um,
Hilarious. Buddy, what do you want? We're talking about P Diddy over here.
yeah,
So I'm like, maybe the Hollywood, like the whole third eye thing is real. Illuminati
no,
and shit.
I try to avoid all that. There's recently also been a terrible murder close to us,
Oh yeah.
and I was just like, it's terribly horrific, and I just don't want
Well,
do
do you
not.
know the full story, like of how it happened, what happened?
They hit her with her car,
No.
and they quote unquote like finished her off.
No, I think they hit there with the car. Like it was these two guys that were working for the government, but
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like a government job.
yeah, but it was like people who worked for like
The bank.
installation,
I work at.
but like water installation type shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And but it was like it's a government job, and they were on the job, and they hit this kid with their car. By also were drunk and stuff, and they
I
hit the
mean,
kid, and then they saw the kid dead, and then they were like, "We're gonna
no,
take her to this like."
no. She wasn't fully dead.
Oh, she wasn't fully dead.
Oh, that's when I stopped
Oh
reading.
Jesus
That's why I
Christ!
know these details. That's when I stopped reading. She wasn't fully dead.
Fuck
So
off!
instead of taking a child to the hospital, they choked her.
Oh God, I didn't know that.
That's when I stopped
No, I
reading.
thought like the kid died on impact, and then they
No, no,
just
no, no,
hid the
no.
body. Which
The kid
I mean, it's
was
still fucked up, but not as.
the kid was dying, but like it wasn't
God.
fully dead. I know it's the worst. It's weird for it to happen here because we're like pretty.
Yeah, we don't really have. The thing with us though, we don't have a lot of crime, but when something happens, it's always like the most gruesome shit.
But
It's never.
it's always crimes of passion.
That's the thing.
We
It's
don't have
never.
serial killers.
But that's my thing. It's like it's very rare. Like I don't think anyone has ever robbed a bank. But then you'll have like, oh, the headline: this guy decided to take an axe and like cut off his wife's head.
Always, yeah, that's the thing
It's
with us.
always an axe.
Always an
It's
axe.
always the most fucked up
There
shit.
was that cannibal recently.
Exactly my point. What the fuck?
Like, I mean, fairly recently when we were in high school,
Yeah.
like fairly recently, 7 years ago. But
What fuck?
no, but I mean, in the grand scheme of like
Yeah.
murders in here,
Yeah, that was like a big one for me because of dog.
yeah.
But
And no, like
you know that
he.
guy who kidnapped the immigrants? I mean, they came here from
Oh, I mean, immigrant.
France or somewhere. I don't know.
I
These
mean,
guys were like here on vacation, and he kidnapped them, and like they ended up escape. Like it was like Zint or some shit. Like
oh
in
Jesus.
and he ended. They ended up.
That's in like a specific part of Batagno in
Yes,
Nevada. It's in one of our. How many
neighboring
districts do we
cities.
have?
Um,
Is it 12 and then
but
it's yeah, and then Bachko
I
district
think
and
so. I
some
have no
stuff.
idea. But so they had, so he kidnapped those two guys, and then he ran out. And there was this poor old lady, and she didn't speak any English, and they didn't speak any.
Oh
But
no.
so they were just like running out like blood because he was torturing them, and they managed to escape, and they ran out and all blood and everything. And she was just so distraught, she didn't know what to do. Anyway, she ended up calling the police, and I think that they locked the guy up. But
Locked the guy. Just
well,
locked his house.
yes, and
Don't get out.
but yeah, we have some for us. It's never like normal. I mean, normal crime. But
By
you know
us,
what I mean?
I think the most normal crime by us is like
Drugs.
I mean drugs, but like normal murder crimes is
Mhm.
like druggies killing each other.
Yeah, that's like, but it's
And it
usually
happens in
like,
my neighborhood.
yeah, but it's very rare that you hear like somebody got shot. It's always like either a knife to the throat, it's like an axe to the head.
I
It's
have
like,
plenty of gunshots in my neighborhood.
yeah, but when was anyone dead? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that yeah.
Shut up.
But the question is, how much do we know? Because like
There.
Sarajevo is filled with murder, like the capital,
Yeah.
it's filled with murder and filled with
Mm.
yeah. So, but no, it's always interesting to read about it, and it's definitely we grew up with media that wasn't interested in victims.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And now coming to podcasts where people are definitely much more interested in victims. And I love seeing Karen and Georgia being these refreshing people of like, yes, in my teenage years it was all about Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and shit like that. But that, it grew out they grew out of that. It's more about like I mean, of course they still have a fascination with Jeffrey Dahmer and
Yeah.
but like it's more about the one off crimes or like I no, one time I was talking to Amra and she's like, what would you do if someone died? And I'm like, how did she die? And she's like, I don't know, murder. And I went like, well, that's the thing. It would be a weird situation because the dog is in there, so somebody would have to befriend the dog enough for him to not even react to him entering the home. So
But that's the thing. He reacts to everyone entering the home.
yeah,
Like
even me.
his initial is to bark and then see who it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know. So that's great. I like that about
yeah,
him because he's very like, if I know you, I'm gonna like not do anything. But it's like I'll bark first and then check you
yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
and be like. So I'm always like aware.
And he always like informs you that somebody's at the door.
Mm-hmm. He'll either, but that's the thing. He'll always just bark and then he'll see it's you and then
Yeah,
he'll stop. You know.
yeah. But he always does like a little turn, like "Mama."
Yeah.
But
Every time that if I'm in the room and you come by, like he'll bark twice and then run to the room to get me,
yeah,
and then be like, "Oh, that's you."
but no, yeah, yeah. It's just been a weird EKG of a week.
Yeah.
Work's been like fucked.
Mm.
And I introduced newer hires, and we already have like a trainer who already has my similar name.
Yeah.
So now they used to call us like so like the gay one and the trainer one, and
Mhm.
now it's like the gay trainer one, and the gay and
Yeah, the
the
trainer
trainer
one.
one. So
Uh,
it's fun. Life
we
is
have fun.
like we have fun. We do have fun.
What
I'm,
do we?
a friend of mine is I mean, he watched a few episodes a long time ago, and then on my behest,
Mm.
started watching all of it of Inside Number Nine.
Yeah, who?
Mattia, sorry.
Okay. Does he
So
love it? Or does he love it?
oh, he loves it.
Good.
No, some episodes he's like doesn't react as much as I expect. I mean, that's the thing. He will text me some episodes and some don't, and then I'll be like, "Well, what did you think about this?"
Yeah.
And he goes like, "Oh no, I loved
Yeah.
it."
No, it's such a good, God,
Yeah.
it's a good show.
God, it's the best. No,
Um,
we will definitely have multiple episodes of
yeah.
Inside Number Nine.
Yeah, we have to, like, we should make a list of, like, which ones to talk about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because there are some that, like, there's not too much to say to that.
And also, they're not mother.
Yeah, no, mother. No, mother, no.
Okay, so
So, what did we watch?
what did we? Well,
What are we talking
let's
about?
see how much we recorded. Okay, we're at 38 minutes. We overblew it a bit.
Okay.
What did we watch?
So today's mother is a movie called Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Because the last one was Mamma
Yeah,
Mia,
the last one was, and then we had like
aka
a
Mother
little,
Mia.
and then we had like a little fun knowledge one,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and now we have to do the sequel, Mamma Mia. Here we go again.
Okay,
And
question. Which
okay,
one do you prefer?
um, the thing is,
Mhm.
I watched Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again so many times. It was the one on Netflix, and I also watched it in theaters 4 times. It will be, and I watched it in theaters so many times, and I enjoyed that movie a lot, and that was my favorite for a while. And then I didn't watch the first one in so long
Yeah,
that when we rewatched it, I was just like, the first one is, and we both agreed, completely solid from beginning to end.
exactly. It's a very, I mean, it's a great movie, but it's a very flat line of emotion in it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's great movie. It's good. The storyline.
it's always fun. It's
Yeah,
always, and then it gets sad a little bit, and then
yeah.
but you're
But you don't
never
go up and down.
you don't go up and you go up and down a bit in the emotions, but you don't go up and down of like now I'm bored, I'm waiting for
Yeah,
something
the
else to
quality
happen.
of it doesn't go up
Yeah,
and down.
but it's that, and then it produces like there's not many highs.
Yeah,
The whole movie is just a high,
yeah.
and I appreciate that very much about the first Mamma Mia.
No, I love it. It's a great movie for what it is. But this one, okay. So here's the plot line.
Okay.
First of all, of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
So Sophie's dead.
yeah. So Meryl Streep herself has passed.
Has passed. Meryl Streep has passed away.
So that's how the movie begins. Her daughter is now like doing a thing of she remodeled the hotel.
Turn on the light.
Yeah. She,
No, she's doing the hotel. So Amanda Seyfried is the one being like, I'm gonna make my mom proud.
yeah.
So she's inviting her 3 dads to
Mhm.
join, but they are not able to join. It's the movie has a lot of inconsistencies.
I know.
She's inviting her 3 dad. I mean 2 dads.
That in itself.
But no, that's not an
I know,
inconsistency.
but
Also
hilarious.
in the first movie, they they keep alluding to her mom being dead, like the mom of Meryl Streep.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And oh god, I'm not, but we'll get there. The point. So she remodeled the hotel. She's gonna do it, and she has this big grand opening. So she's calling the two of them to come. Her other two dads. One is there because she.
She's inviting them, fully knowing that they're not gonna come and that they're busy.
Yeah.
So the movie opens with like her arriving. The first half hour of the movie, you and I made utter shit of it.
We did because I mean, the way they did Meryl Streep's character as a youngling was as like a young girl, the most pick me girl shit that has ever been like put on the face of the earth.
Find a TikTok of that girl being like,
Yeah.
sometimes life is like chips.
Sometimes life is like this bag of chips. Like when you can either open it or not. And it's that. It's just
It's
her running around
a
being like
direct quote is, "Where will you go? Anywhere, everywhere."
and it's when she was with the blonde one. when they were in
Um,
the thing. It's no, with her,
Sam.
with Sam. It,
Sam is the blonde one.
no, the one she ended up with. What's his name?
Oh, okay. James Bond.
Sure, James Bond. When she was with him, and then she was like, "I want to stay," and he's like, "Well, we can't just stay." And he's like, "But just stay." She's being like, "We're just gonna stay here," and they're gonna. Well, I mean, she ended up doing it, so good for her. But so that was the only reason that was during that time it was down.
She's what we call in the music industry. What? She's what we call in the movie industry as a Mary Sue.
Yes. So the movie has a lot. Like the beginning of it is very that it's just her being a pick me running around being
I'm
like,
eating ice cream right now.
I want to change the world,
Yeah,
and I'm
so
so happy and cute and
the
cool
movie
and
goes
fun
50. Don't you dare.
and not like the other girls. Um.
So the movie is split into the back. I'm getting our ice cream away from the ice cream away from our dog.
From the doggo.
She's getting away from the so in current times, Amanda Seyfried is opening up the hotel. Being like, I hope she's proud of me.
Yeah, the whole time. Like, I want to make my mom proud.
And but
Marty's
then
crying.
then then 5 minutes it's like a young Sophie being like, I'm just the amount of crimes she committed.
I know. Hilarious.
So funny.
Just running around being like, there's an abandoned house. She's like, okay, I live here now.
She okay. I mean,
It's
that's
so
you
funny.
know that's I can understand that on like a
Uh-huh.
secluded Greek island.
Yeah.
She went to France
Mm-hmm.
and just entered a hotel and
And
just
when
started picking the keys.
yeah,
You
she
know, like
just went behind the counter and was like, okay, I'll pick the key. But then she met
Harry.
Harry.
Who did you
Oh,
like most out of the three of them from the things?
from the young. Harry was a bit like I didn't like his
Yeah, okay.
demeanor and his outfits. Horrendous. If you're gonna have a gay character, at least have
Very
him
British.
dress
Very
nicely.
British.
Um, I think for her, I liked Sam the most in that in this
I
one.
think we both agreed that
Yeah,
Sam was the best because he fit her whole.
yeah, like I'm so cool and
And I'm
vibey.
adventurous. And
Yeah,
and this is not my boat. I'm just joking. It
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
He's also effortlessly beautiful.
So beautiful.
What did you think of the music this time around?
I loved it. I loved. I mean, it didn't fit as much.
Hmm?
I don't know why. It's just like I feel like the first one was very jukeboxy, but I feel like this one was more like just
Just random song for the
just
sake of
random
having
songs. Yeah.
songs. Well, I think okay. Let's go through the songs
Okay.
because I need to talk about how much I like the incorporation of the songs in this one.
Hmm.
And there's one special one that we will not mention
Okay.
for a while. But
Okay.
so she's graduating,
Uh huh.
so it's when I kiss the teacher.
Yeah.
Sense.
But it's not like when I. It's such a like I'm putting on a show here. He's not talking to anyone.
Yes, and she's making a show out of her whole thing. And she's like, "There's a teacher here,"
Yeah. So
so
it's just
everybody screamed when
yeah.
I kissed the teacher.
And it's like this old lady just sitting there. It's like, "When I kiss the teacher." It's
And
great.
it's really good. Um, and then in present day, we didn't get much songs.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of Amanda Seyfried being like, that's my favorite part. The first half of the movie, Amanda Seyfried's character, all she had to do is run around and be like, "Oh, this is perfect. Thank you."
Yeah, this looks great. It's great. And it's such a.
Everything is going so well.
I sure hope that a storm doesn't come along and like it was so bad for that sake of being like everything is perfect. Was that a cloud? It's really but
No, 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 no.
perfect.
There was not a cloud. Senor Cienfuegos, played by Andy Garcia.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. This movie is. I don't care. This is my favorite movie.
He looks clear sky.
Clear sky,
And
not
he
a
was like,
droplet.
I feel like a storm is coming.
Coming. A storm is coming.
What's
Everyone is being like crazy. No. Then cut to a storm
storm?
coming. Um, So
For
funny.
me, the thing was everybody thirsting over Andy Garcia
Hmm.
and Tanya coming back being like, "Be still, my beating vagina."
Oh, be still my beating vagina. I love her. Oh my God. I think we all want to be her. Everyone in the world.
Absolutely. No, no, no. I don't. You
Mm.
know who I am? I am, and I'm proud of being
Mm.
her friend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm more of a Tanya. You're more of a,
What's
what's
her
her name?
name?
Uh,
Molly. Let's
I
call her
don't know.
Molly because
Molly.
she's Molly in Harry Potter.
Yeah, but I love, and it's so funny because she'll walk in with a, like, oh, this is so stressful, and you see both of them being like, this is so stressful, and one is picking up food and the other one's picking up a glass of wine, and if that ain't us, I'm drinking wine, he's stuffing ice cream. So it's right. Oh, it's hilarious. Um, but yeah, so in this movie we get the backstory of Meryl Streep,
Meryl
essentially,
Streep, and important to note, Meryl Streep is dead.
is dead, and we don't.
And
I
it's
thought, okay, throughout the entirety, because I saw this movie a very long time ago. I think I even slept through some parts of it. Like it was.
let's leave that for the end.
Okay,
Let's leave the
okay, okay,
discussion for
okay.
that because
Oh
I
my
think we
god.
talk the most about that. But Waterloo didn't fit in well.
Okay. Didn't or did?
Didn't.
Why?
Waterloo. That was I don't know. Just I
I
think
mean,
they
they
have
made it like, oh, we're just singing this to each
yeah,
other, like the dancing
it's
around,
a
you know.
love song. Yeah. Um, it had to be. Oh, what was it? Why did it have to be me?
Hmm.
Was perfect for Sam. And
Okay. Yeah.
I was so lonesome. I was blue.
Yeah.
So and then the side characters of this movie breathtakingly amazing.
Yeah.
So like an old lady who
Yeah.
takes care of a bar
Yeah.
lets Tanya, no, not
No,
Tanya,
sorry, Sophie.
Sophie.
But like, it's such a beautiful because she just shows up one day and they're like, "We're looking for a singer," and she's like, "Okay, I'll do it." And then she starts singing, and the band is also very fun. It's like one of those, like, oh, my mom is busting my chops, you know. But he's this like Italian-looking guy, and so like, ah, mama, shut up, you know. And it's just
He
him.
gets introduced with the ABBA song "Kisses of Fire,"
Mhm.
and he sings it like "Kisses of fire,
Yeah,
burning, burning. I am the roof of no
turning.
returning." And his
So good.
mom speaks English the same way,
Um,
and it's a lot of coincidences in this movie happening.
mm,
Like she goes to this abandoned house, and then that old lady eventually goes like,
that's my house.
that old rundown village you live in.
Uh-huh.
Who do you think it is? Mine,
Goodbye.
me.
Also, there was a horse.
There was a horse. They named the horse.
There was a horse there for, whatever reason. And then the way she met her one true love
Yeah,
was, so the horse
Marlon Brando. I'm
Marlon Brando. um, so there was a horse there, and the horse got a little,
scared of.
yeah,
It was
unsettled.
it was thundering.
Yeah, it was thunder, and that only happens when it's raining, so it was also raining. And so she runs out trying to get somebody to help, and him in all of his glory on a motorcycle stops, and he's like, "Oh, I'll help you, like damsel in distress." And they go and they ride off on the horse together. It's beautiful. Um,
Current day,
mhm.
Amanda Seyfried. What's her name? Is I keep thinking is Amanda Seyfried Sophie
No,
and Meryl Streep's character is something else.
let me just Google. We should have gotten into this here. Like
Because
Wikipedia
we were
open.
so prepared a week ago.
We were
That's the problem.
we were prepared. I'm still prepared for the like plot lines. I'm always bad with names.
Oh, absolutely.
Awful. You talk like Google.
But no. So I think it's Sophie because I kept hearing Soph
Okay.
when they were talking to Amanda Seyfried. And so Tanya's also their characters, the young versions of the characters.
Meryl Streep is Donna. You're right.
Donna.
Donna. So Meryl Streep is Donna, Amanda Seyfried is Sophie. Then Sam is the James Bond. Harry is the gay one, and then where's
Sam is James Bond,
yes,
and who's Stellan Skarsgård?
I, I can't find it.
No, Bill Anderson. Bill Anderson.
Yeah,
Okay, and
where's
Julie Waters is Rosie.
Rosie.
Rosie, I'm Rosie.
Yeah, he is Rosie and I'm Tanya. But so where's the guy? The
Which
third
guy?
one, the blonde one,
No, that he's Bill.
Bill. Okay. Um. So okay, we got that cleared out. So Donna is running around, being free, being cool and quirky. So
When
she
she's
meets.
young. When she's
Yes.
young.
Who did she meet first? Oh, she met the blonde
Harry.
one, Harry.
No. First, she met Harry in Britain.
Wait, but didn't? Oh yeah. Yeah.
They sang Waterloo and then had sex.
Yeah.
It
No,
was
they didn't have
Harry's
sex.
first. It was Harry's first time. It was Harry's first
Oh yeah,
time.
she didn't have sex with
Yeah.
blonde one yet. Yeah. Okay. So it's her and Harry. He's the gay one.
No.
And they're running around and they're dancing and they're singing Waterloo together and everything. And then he's so like, I love you so much. And she's like, nah, you don't. Like, yes,
And
I
she's
do.
like, I have to leave.
Yeah.
She goes to this Greek island.
Hmm.
And then we meet my favorite character of the show. It's
Oh.
this crossing attendant,
Uh-huh.
and he's like,
He's
he's
just
looking at everybody's passports
uh,
and judging them how they look.
yeah.
Your hair,
Your hair, I liked it shorter.
I liked it shorter. It was short.
It was shorter before. And it's like, yes, it was. I liked it better.
And then
it's just that.
he keeps commenting on everybody like negatively. Colin Firth
Mm-hmm.
comes in there.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Harry,
Yeah.
when he was young,
Yeah.
walks in there, and he's like, "I like it better longer." You know, I
Mm-hmm.
liked
Yeah,
it
yeah.
when you were a rock star and shit like that. And then later he's still doing the same
Yeah.
job. Anyways, she missed the ferry,
Mm-hmm.
so a dashing blonde young Bill
Mm-hmm.
is there to give a helping hand, and he takes her on a boat with him. And they don't have sex, but something that is much beyond sex for Selma happened. What
What exactly?
what happened? When they were on the boat, they had their little solo. They were,
Uh-huh.
it's only natural, but and then
Yeah.
they encounter a voice from the outside yelling for help.
Oh my God. Oh my
I'll
God.
leave you to it.
Okay. So, what's her name?
Apollonia.
Apollo. So, you just hear this guy, and he just, Apollonia, Apollonia. And it's, he's swimming.
In
To
a boat.
get-
He's in a boat. He's in a boat.
His,
First of all, he's in like a small
jumping.
boat. First of all,
Yeah.
he's in a small boat.
Okay. So,
And
he's trying to reach.
yeah, his boat, the engine on his boat doesn't work.
Yeah. So, he's trying to get to this, because he's trying to explain to them now that.
First of all, the man is wearing a Popeye shirt
Mhm.
and the tightest pair of jean shorts you'll ever
And
see.
he looks beautiful. Okay, so it's him, and he's explaining to them that my lovely, my darling Apollonia
Settling up Apollonia.
it's off to get married.
It's up. But her family want her to marry fat man with small face.
And it's just like him being like, I'm just a poor boy.
They don't want her to marry a humble fisherman like
humble-
Ernesto.
Like getting him right at the time to stop the wedding, and she, in all of her glory, in all of her, and he's just like, Polonia, and she's like, Ernesto. Takes off her veil, fully in a wedding dress, jumps into the
She
water.
takes off her shoes first.
Yeah, her shoes, and
Jumps
then
into the
jumps into the water, and they just hug each other, and it's the most beautiful love story ever
and then,
told.
And then fucking Donna in the back is ringing and we're like, he lied.
Yeah. God, I hated her.
She's always like, in the previous movie, everyone was drunk in a fun way. She is a 19-year-old white girl at a
Yes.
drag concert, being
Yes.
like, "Pay attention to me."
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay, so well, I'm gonna explain a bit of the backstory more first because I just gotta get through the backstory. So
Okay.
then she finds out that so she's with James Bond for some time and Sam, right? So
Yes, Sam.
Sam, she's with Sam for some time, and they have sex. Yeah,
Expectedly so.
yeah. So she's fully in love with him. It's been a week
Mhm.
at most,
At most.
and then they're already in love with each, and she's just on the boat, and she's like, "Let's stay on this island." And is that crazy? And his,
Should we be crazy
should
and
we? Should we
stay?
be crazy? Meanwhile, me and you are like, should we be crazy? Order another pack of French
Oh my
fries.
God. It's like, well, anyway.
And he's like, yes. She sings, "What's the name of the game?" And she's like, "I'm so in love. What's the name of the game?" Hard as fucking like needle scratch.
Mhm.
And for her to find a
Yeah.
picture of him and his wife, and this is where me and Selma applauded her
So
so
much.
much.
Like this is where she went from a pick me to a beautiful, most
We loved her.
genuine.
We loved her so much.
Yes, because you would expect her to be like, why? Like,
You know what she said? You
listen.
listen while you answer while I ask you these
Yeah.
questions.
And then he's like, who is this beautiful woman
Yeah,
next to
are
you?
you married to this beautiful woman?
And the entire time she's so like, you're the shitty one,
Yeah,
and your wife is beautiful. She's
you're married
amazing,
to this
smart,
beautiful,
intelligent. Like she's just
beautiful. And me and Selma watching it the whole time, just like ally,
ally,
ally.
ally. No, but like that's where it switched in my brain. Where I was like, you're not a pick me. You're a little quirky. Leave it
No,
at
no, no.
that.
She's just a manic pixie.
Yeah, manic pixie.
She's not a pick me. She's a manic pixie. And so
But I was so yes, women in STEM,
women in
women
male
supporting.
dominated areas.
Exactly, women
Um,
supporting women. It's a beautiful because you would really like for that character you would expect at least not to
absolutely.
mention it at all, just to be like, who is she?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
That would
know,
be the. But her being like, "Who is this
beautiful woman,
beautiful woman?"
and like
She's
emphasize.
doing Jolene,
Mhm.
not the Beyonce version.
God, I hate that
I,
version.
I'm that Banji bitch from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a lot of people who are making like, cause you know how Beyonce the beginning is like, I know you want my man, and then you slide and it's just an ugly picture of Jay-Z, like he looks horrendous. Hilarious.
I gotta say the dumbest joke I've made at work the other day. There's a video game called Daisy,
Uh-huh.
and somebody said like, "Oh, I bought Daisy recently," and I was like, "I thought it was illegal to buy Black Man." And then I was like, "Oh, I thought you meant Jay Z."
Okay.
Okay. Um. So, um,
And yeah.
then they Tanya and Rosie come,
Mhm.
and Rosie's instantly smitten with Sam. But the thing is, they keep. So he goes away, and she's like, "He had a wife," and
Yeah.
and she's like, "I can't sing about love if I don't feel it." Then sing about what you feel. I was cheated by
It is
you.
the funniest thing because the scene, like, they were talking about it, and she's like, "Sing about what you feel," and she looks at them, and she just goes up on stage, and I, as a joke,
Yeah, she's
go
like,
like,
I
"I
was cheated,
cheated by
and
you,"
I
and
was
he
just like,
just looked at me like, and she start hilarious. I love that movie so much.
and they sing Mamma Mia. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
We're all here for.
Yeah.
The little Spanish dude goes like, "Everybody come in." Also fully like the most Spanish person ever on a Greek island, on a little Greek
Yeah.
island. Everybody come in. She sing. And then she's on the counter being like, "I should not have let you go." Falls
Uh-huh.
for for Bill to catch her.
Catch her.
For Bill.
Oh my god. So now Bill is back in the game, right?
So Bill and her have sex.
Yeah, Bill and
Yeah.
her have sex, and it's a whole thing of that. Right?
And Bill and her really fit together at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
age.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah.
great.
So I love her going like, "Men are pigs," and he goes like, "All of us."
All of us.
And that's the so at that point we're kind of abandoning
Yeah.
that whole.
Hmm.
No, no. Eventually, she's pregnant. Oh, who could have guessed? Meantime, intermittently, the flood the
The
flood.
flood happens as Jesus predicted,
Jesus,
and then Noah is there, and then they all get on a boat, and then
and
they
on the
all
boat.
sing.
Um, but no, so the big storm happens, and nobody can come to the opening of this
Yeah.
exclusive hotel. But then it cuts to Bill and Harry and Bill
Uh huh.
being like, so Bill is getting an award for a book. So this like huge man, like the fat man,
Yeah.
comes out, and the movie is so like it's not ashamed to explain what's happening through really bad dialogue.
Yeah. It's like, who is this man?
And then he's on the phone with his mother,
Uh huh.
like Bill in the car.
Yeah.
He's actually like in the car. He's still like skinny and shit like that. And then his mom is like, having your twin brother do your tests was something else.
Yeah.
But
But
this
this hilarious.
and then Harry is on like a Japanese press conference. And not press conference, just like and he's like, "Oh, who's that on your laptop?" And the Japanese dude is like, and he's like bored, he's sleeping, and the Japanese dude is like, "That is my family. I love my family very much. Do you have family, Harry-san?"
And then it's just a cut to of him just being like, okay. And it's him being like, and I love her more than anything I've ever loved in my entire life. And then he's like,
leave.
I'm going.
Oh,
Fuck the
side
busyness.
plot. This movie is very busy.
I know.
The side
So
plot,
busy.
Sky
Uh-huh.
is in somewhere in America,
Mhm.
and
Oh, he's in New York.
he's in New York, and
And
he's
it's
like learning from the best.
uh-huh.
Another horrific moment of dialogue, like, you know that I couldn't pass the opportunity of learning hotel management from the best in New York City.
Yeah.
And her going like, I know.
But I just wish you were here. And it's that, and it's just that. Anyway,
And
so
she misses him, and then
yeah,
but in the meanwhile, Rosie and Bill had a falling out
yeah,
to Angel Eyes,
uh
and
huh,
that's where you and me found each other, and Tanya and Rosie,
uh huh.
because Rosie's being like, last night I was walking, and then Tanya on the river, and I was,
Like important part. See, we're doing it throughout this podcast. I know it. Like I'm
yeah,
gonna listen to it. It's
absolutely,
gonna. It's just like at the most important word
yeah,
she has to cut in. It's like
yeah.
do a line.
I'm gonna do the song.
Uh,
Last night I was walking along
but you do it like it's just the
a
river
river, and I saw him hanging with a young
girl.
girl, and the look that he gave her made me shiver
Us completely.
to a T.
Um, so
And
all of that happens. There's a lot of side plots,
yeah,
sidelines. Like it's not.
definitely. And then the movie starts being good.
Yeah.
So
Just preface like this is the 30 minutes. The movie.
so they're like, how do we get to the island?
Mm-hmm.
And Bill and Sam are like, how do we? A man approaches him. Hey, do you remember me? And he's like, some days I mean, Harry's a British man.
Yeah.
Some days I don't even remember my own name.
Yeah.
And then the dude goes like, oh, Bologna.
And they were back, and it's such a beautiful. Oh my god! And now he's giving them a ride.
Yeah,
So,
like
King and Cuthbert.
come on, everybody, we're gonna go to this party, and everybody's invited because like none of the like
Yeah.
rich people can come.
Yeah, so they're like, let's just go. It's gonna be like there's food and drinks. Let's go. Like, and it's a full boat of random people who are just happen to be at this
Yeah.
like a cafe or whatever it was.
Then also Sky came back, and and just people looking through a fucking like glass, like what's the thing, the glass, the like far away binoculars, and then it's just like. And then they're doing Dancing Queen. Who makes a return during the Dancing Queen song?
Wait,
The lady Carrie.
oh my god! Oh my! If anybody has seen the last like thing we did, the last podcast episode we did, you know that
The last Mamma Mia podcast.
yes, you know that I'm a oh my god, I am the biggest fan of this woman. It's just one scene of her in the original Mamma Mia. I feel like they just put it there for like shits and giggles. I didn't know she was gonna make a return. I didn't expect it. Okay, so in the first one, it's her carrying random sticks, and she just like in the midst of a song, she's just like, "Yeah, fuck this," and she throws it on the ground and goes, "Oh yeah." Again.
By the way, Bill and Harry are doing Titanic ships while they're
That'd be like, oh,
um,
so.
and so then the party's on again,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like, and my
And then
favorite
it's like
character
her,
is
Amanda going
Andy
to.
Garcia's
Uh-huh.
Senior Cienfuegos.
Yeah.
The party's back on again, and he's just like, I am so glad that that is happening.
Yeah.
No fluctuation of emotion in him. The storm happened, and he was like, "I told you guys."
Yeah. So Amanda's going up, and then Sky is there, I think, with her, and he's like, "I'm so sorry, like these like big people or
She's
important
like, "I
people.
don't care."
I don't care. It's just this is
I
what I
don't care.
wanted, and like this is what my mom would have wanted."
Okay, let's not get into that yet. And then I keep looking at Salma, remembering how much of good of this movie she's forgetting, and then fucking helicopter.
Yes.
And then how comes
Yes.
and everyone's looking at her like, what the fuck? And she's like, let the party commence. Share,
Share of all
Donna's
people.
mother,
Yes.
is
So
there.
her like Amanda Seyfried, Sophie's grandmother,
Yeah.
shows up, played by the one, the only
The
Cher.
incomparable
The
Cher.
incomparable. So, what was one of her first lines she ever said in that movie, and the most iconic one?
Oh.
So Sophie's there. Sophie is
Which one
there.
of us gets to say?
You say it. I'm just gonna preface it. So Sophie is there, being like, "You were a horrible mother to my like essentially being like you never."
Attack me. Come on, attack me.
Yeah, you were a horrible mother and you were a horrible grandmother. I never got to see you. Why are you here now?
Sophie, I say we move past that. You know, being a grudge holder makes you fat.
Iconic line. Like, they could have given anyone, and thank God they gave it to Cher.
You know, Sophie, being a grudge holder makes you fat.
I'm like, is that what it is?
Yeah. So
Um,
then the party is starting, and they're all having their fun and shit like that. And fucking Sophie figures out she's pregnant. Except this time they know who
they
the
know who the
father.
father. Yeah,
I made the joke of like they should have made 3 clones of Sky.
yeah. I'd be like, what?
This time it would be like 4 dads. Which one? So, and it's a great scene of like establishing Harry as this like fun party animal
Mhm.
because they're like, I just told Sam he's your father. I told Bill he's father number 2,
Yeah,
and I told Harry he's father number 3.
yeah.
I told many people, and then she's like, you're gonna be. I'm committed to being a grandmother with quotation
Mhm.
marks. And then somebody walks by like a great grandmother, and she goes like, "Ah, thank you."
Yeah.
So well. And she was like, somebody goes like, let's give it all to the woman of the hour. And Cher goes like,
Oh,
cute. They're talking about Sophie. I knew that.
so
So
then
no,
comes
no, not yet.
but
They do like a scene of Amanda Seyfried being like Sophie being singing with her mother's friends,
yeah. Oh, that was so beautiful. God,
and
this
she
movie is
finally
filled with beautiful
and she
storylines.
finally turns that poncho into a scarf,
Yeah.
and then they sing like, "You thrill me, you excite me." Yeah, da, da, da. So, and that's a beautiful. And then she comes up to Cher, who goes like, "You were a little pitchy." Which is what I would say if I wasn't a loving relative,
Yeah.
spoken by a grandmother. And she's like, "Where's Sky?" And she's like, "I gotta ask Senor Cienfuegos." And she's like, "Cienfuegos, that's a peculiar name. He's a peculiar mind. He's a peculiar mind." And then they see each other.
They see each other.
So Senor Cienfuegos, Andy Garcia's characters, sees Cher,
on a
he's a
balcony.
flatline the whole time,
Yeah,
and he sees Cher on the
up,
balcony.
and then Cher looks at him.
No, no,
Fernando.
no, no, no. First he goes, Ruben!
Yeah,
And she's just like,
Fernando.
like, cut
Fernando.
to Cher and Andy Garcia singing Fernando.
And they had this beautiful,
Like,
like,
also
work of art.
they're both ancient,
Hmm.
so their choreography was a lot of longing stares and
And
clutching of
walking.
the heart
Yes, and
and
walking towards each other
and
for
then
five
grabbing
minutes.
each other's hands and like leaning
Uh-huh.
into each other a little bit. And I explained this to Selma. There were like beautiful fireworks everywhere, and I told Selma like when this movie came out for 2 years, it was on television
Yeah,
commercials.
that scene.
Like when you're selling a television, that scene is
Yeah,
like, look at the beauty of
look at
this
the yeah.
television.
Oh.
So, and there was something in the air that night. My favorite line: her bleached blonde. Now we're old and gray, Fernando.
Yeah.
But I also think that was an important character moment for her
Hmm.
to be like, I
Yeah.
see this man I love, and now I can
That,
admit I am old and gray,
yeah.
Fernando.
And also, I love my favorite part of that song is like my friend.
My friend.
You
So
were above.
you told me, I felt it in my heart.
Yeah.
Just my friend, like first and foremost, my friend
Yeah. First of all,
Fernando.
you're my friend.
Fernando.
And it's and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's beautiful. And then
It's beyond human word explanation.
after all of these hills and valleys that
And
we
then
went
eight
through,
months later, 9 months
yeah.
later, I just I'm so me and Selma have this thing. I more than her when it's an intense moment. We clutch each other's hand,
Mhm.
and I usually try to break your hand.
Yeah, and
That
he's the one to always be like, he
and
grabs my hand
and
first.
this scene's happening, and
I reach.
I'm realizing how much Selma has not seen this movie,
Yeah,
like how much she doesn't know.
how much
So I
I
just give her my wrist, like
yeah,
we're getting through this.
getting through this together one way or another. And I'm holding his hand. So why?
This is your
This is
moment.
so
This
important
is
to
your
me.
moment.
This is like the ending of the movie. And so, because Sophie was pregnant, 9 months later, she gives birth. Now it's the
The
christening.
christening, yeah.
And she says, like, I wish my mother was here or
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah. And then Cher goes, she is. And then Selma goes like, oh my god, that's so
So
beautiful to
beautiful.
express that. And I look at her like, you are not ready.
You have no idea what's about to. No, my whole thing with Mamma Mia 2, here we go again. I'm like, the only reason they didn't have like Donna in this movie is because they couldn't get Meryl Streep.
And I'm gonna tell you how dumb you are.
I know, but I'm
They
like,
had Cher. They
fair.
had Cher.
You're so right.
Who's probably billions more.
I know you're so right, but I'm like maybe she was busy. I'm just thinking like oh like Meryl
Yeah.
Streep is doing shit. She's
Yeah.
like sorry guys, I can't do this one,
No,
right?
but how does the scene start? It's young Sophie, young Donna
Young Donna,
christening young Sophie,
yes,
and then she's like about to christen her, looks in the water, the
yeah,
reflection.
and
Who's
then
the reflection?
Sophie's like
It's Donna.
yeah, but it's Donna like old
It's
Donna.
Meryl Streep.
It's Meryl, and then it's like her with her daughter there as like as a ghost.
Yeah, and the only one who sees her is Sophie.
Sophie, yeah, and they have this beautiful moment with each. Which song is
My love, my
My
life
Love?
from ABBA. Let me just say this line. Even though I don't possess you, with all my heart, God bless you. You are still my love and my life. And it's just nobody else sees Donna there. It's just
Sophie seeing her mother there, and as she's like christening her child, it's the most
she
beautiful.
gives her child to
Mhm.
Sky
Yeah,
and goes to her mom, and then
yeah,
later takes the baby and shows it to
yeah. Shows it to her mom, and it's the most. Oh my god, I've never wept. I've never.
She cried so hard. My wrist still hasn't
I
recovered.
guess
It's
as
been
it
a
should.
week.
I know it's been 2 weeks, but oh my god, that's what I mean by this is more. This one is like I like this one
Yeah, the ups are so high.
so high, and it's
And then the last scene of that movie being Meryl Streep walking away,
uh-huh.
closing the door of the church, going like, "You're my one and only." closing the door, and Selma is weeping.
Weeping now.
I would also have wept if I hadn't seen that
Yeah,
movie a billion
yeah.
times. But I was
Oh
just
my
like, this is
god.
the highlight of the movie, and I kept my mouth shut the whole time. I didn't remind you that Cher is in this movie,
Hmm.
and then this scene was coming up, and
No, I knew Cher was in it. That
yeah,
much, like I
yeah,
knew.
but
I
I keep
remember that.
forgetting it when
Yeah,
watching myself.
yeah. Uh,
And then that was happening, and I was like, Selma, you're not prepared.
I'm not, and I
You
was not.
you
I
are
was
not
not.
prepared.
No, always, like mother daughter, like parent shit always gets to me.
It's same
Always.
here, same here. But it could have been done so cheesily enough that we
Yeah,
both would have cried of like, I miss my mom and she's not here.
yeah,
Her appearing,
yeah. And it's full. Meryl Streep is there.
Sophie being the only one seeing her.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, the thing, like in the middle, I stopped it in the middle and I looked him dead in the eyes and I was like, I think I'm gonna be a good mother. But to have this full on like moment of clarity, and I want to like tell you this as like you're my friend. Like I cannot wait to be a mom, and
I
it's
didn't hear
happening with Mamma Mia.
I didn't hear that part because the blood was coming back to my
To my brain.
to my brain.
Oh god.
It's so beautiful, and it definitely is the best thing that Mamma Mia has ever
I
done.
know.
To then
Anyone has ever done.
to then just start throne, and then it's an ensemble dance party of Super Trooper
Mm-hmm.
with
Like
all the
Citizen Kane.
characters and the young characters playing with the old
Yeah,
characters, and the all of the men being over it and just drinking up beer,
yeah.
and Cher singing with
No,
Fernando,
yeah.
and they go like, and somewhere in the crowd there's
There's
you,
you and they
and
point.
and the lights turn to us, and
Yeah. Mm. No, it's so amazing. If you're into musicals at all, remotely.
if you're into ABBA, I would say,
Yeah, if you're into if
if
you're
you're
into
into ABBA,
greatness.
if you like Godfather, try out. If you were a fan of Schindler's List and Citizen Kane,
Go to that was always Citizen Kane.
yeah, because that's pronounced like the
Yeah, like
greatest
the
movie of
great.
all time. Like
Um,
how The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is pronounced the best game of all time.
absolutely.
It really is. I'm not being,
No, no, cheeky.
it's considered one of
Yeah.
the like highest. Um, so it's so beautiful, and Meryl Streep is also there to sing with them,
Yeah.
Super Trooper, and
I was so happy to see Meryl Streep. I cannot express this enough because I didn't think I would because I was like, Meryl Streep is not a part of this movie. Okay, cool, let's go.
yeah,
I was
no,
ready with that.
the beginning is shit. It was great to make fun of it the whole time.
Yeah, it was. It's always fun.
Every scene that happened, me and Selma just cracked jokes the
Yeah.
whole time. They find a fucking like shell,
Hmm.
and inside, oh, who would have
So
thunk it? It's
yeah.
a pearl.
So beautiful.
And oh, meanwhile, also another thing that happens is that Sam and Rosie reconcile. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill and Rosie reconcile, and they're in love again. And
Yeah.
my favorite ongoing joke was like Rosie being like, "We gotta be strong," and then somebody mentions Sophia, and she just starts crying.
Cause same
But I think,
mentions Dawn in it.
what's your favorite scene outside of My Love, My Life?
Okay.
The ending scene. I mean, for me, it's gotta be Ruby,
Ruby.
not even the Fernando song, just
Yeah. It's
Ruby, Fernando.
it's
I felt
I
my
just love people screaming.
step.
What? No, no, no. What's her name? Oh my God, the sailor.
Oh,
Yeah,
Apollonia.
Apollonia. That was my favorite.
That
And it's the storyline of the two of them. It's so random out of
oh,
nowhere.
you forgot to mention uh, the guy who is like on the checkout line,
Hmm.
who like when you gotta get to the ferry,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
he tells Sam,
yeah,
no, Bill,
yeah,
like, time has not been kind to you. You're Harry, Colin fucking Firth comes
yeah.
in. Time has been most kind to you, like the trees. and the
Mhm.
vine and the cheese. And then Harry goes like, "Thank you, you're not so bad yourself."
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, it's and then the post credit scene is him telling Harry if he changes his mind, he's the first in line. Uh,
Oh God.
what a great movie! It takes some time to get there. When you watch it a few times, the first part it's not can't even be so bad it's good.
Hmm.
You're just Donna is completely obnoxious.
Yeah.
This she as a singer is great.
Hmm. No, she even as an actor, the writing was
Yeah,
they
no, no,
made
no,
her out
no,
to
no, no.
be. She was
She was
great.
doing the best with
Yeah,
what she had.
yeah, and the writing really made like you can't deliver that line of like, should we just stay here? Oh my
Like
God.
she like let's get a house and let's make it like boho.
Yeah, like so like, I'm gonna go everywhere.
Yeah,
Are you gonna stay anywhere?
anywhere, everywhere, but also nowhere.
Horrendous. But it's
Yeah, no, there's a lot to talk about this movie, both bad and good.
yeah,
It's greatly enjoyable.
it's a beautiful movie. It really like destroyed me emotionally.
Who's your mother of the week? I see you pulling out
Yeah,
your
I'm
phone.
like, let's get this wrapped up because I need to cry. Um, okay, so do you want to go first or should I?
I wanna go last.
Okay, so my mother of the week is Marina Abramovic.
Okay, so she's from buttfuck nowhere, Texas.
Yes,
So our countries are buttfuck nowhere, Nevada, and then buttfuck nowhere, Texas,
and then
and
there's
then
Croatia.
buttfuck nowhere, Utah,
So
aka Bosnia, Serbia, and Croatia.
yeah,
We're like
so she is from Serbia. She's this what's it called? Like a
performances.
performance artist. Like
Yeah,
but she would all of her art pieces were essentially social experiments,
yeah.
and she would go
She
and see
didn't
what would
do
happen.
like a canvas and
Yeah,
paint.
she wasn't a painter. She would just go up on the stage and then she would like for example, her most famous one was the one she did in Belgrade in the 70s where she went up on stage and it was an enclosed environment of about like 150 people in the audience and it was her and she laid out a whole like bunch of shit on the
Yeah,
table.
an array.
Yeah, so it was random things like a silk scarf, roses, like random stuff like that. And then she had knives. Then she had a gun. She had all
A
of these
gun with
things.
one bullet.
A gun with
For
one
some
bullet.
reason, that detail stuck out to me.
Yeah, a gun with one bullet. And she went up on stage. And the plot line is I'm going to stand here and not move for 6 hours.
You
And
can do whatever the fuck you want to me.
anyone can do whatever they want. So the way it started was people first started like they would come up to her and then they would like give her a rose or like just look at her and like until one person like started it
Yeah.
and the way it
Domino effect.
continued was so it's person by but it's so good to look at in the sense of that like how easy it is to be
Yeah.
influenced or how it's like I'm not gonna do shit until somebody and as soon as somebody does it you're like oh it's a free
We
for all
have this
now
control.
I'm gonna like get this animal out of me and
Yeah.
do what I the dark part of me wants to do. So it ended up with just people cutting her, drinking her blood, like horrendous shit. Somebody took off all her clothes. She was naked by the end of it. And then one guy did put a gun to her head. He didn't end up like shooting him, but there was that one picture of her with the gun on her head, like
And like tear.
and she's still not moving, but there's just tears rolling down her eyes, being like, "This is a moment I might die."
Yeah.
Horrendous. But she ended up going like from that. She ended up going to New York, and there was another thing that she did with like she had a chair and she put a chair that this was in New York. I don't know if she did it like a mall or something, but it was just her and she was at she just sat on a chair and there was a chair in front of her and it was just a thing of anyone who wants to sit with her can. And then it would just be like random people coming to her and then by the end of it everyone would start crying. I don't know. It was a thing of like she would just stand, like sit there, and then they would just talk to her, and she would just like sit there and do nothing. And then by the end, like they got so close to her that they would like start crying.
Okay.
It's so weird. Like
Wouldn't
it's
affect
such.
me.
I know
Wouldn't
you
affect
just
me.
be like,
She would start crying.
yeah,
She would start. I'm not saying I have a worse life than her.
yeah,
I'm just a better speaker than her.
yeah.
I'd be like, okay, so Sophie is holding the baby.
No, she's still alive, and she's still one of the most controversial artists of our time. And I
You
think
love
it's
a
very
bakery.
cool. Yeah, and I think it's very cool that she came from Serbia.
Yeah, no,
Because now
it's
she's like really out there and like world known.
definitely
Yeah.
interesting.
And I don't know, I love her.
I kept changing mothers this week. I wanted to mention like the immigrant that I like helped. He's fasting, and I
Hmm.
gave him like some food for,
Yeah.
and he was mother.
Hmm.
I wanted to mention Pablo. There's this guy. I have to mention all of them because
Okay.
I, for some reason, seeing these people just
Hmm.
help me in like a really dark time. He has like he has a wound. He's always like on a crutch,
Yeah.
and he walks this pit bull
Okay.
called Pablo.
Aw,
And
I love
Pablo
Papa.
is the biggest angel. I
Yeah.
once walked him with this motherfucker, who is the opposite of an angel. He's an
Yeah.
angle.
He's an
So,
angle.
so, and I was like, oh no, no, he's gonna jump on him. Then Pablo comes up, and Pablo's just so nice.
Yeah, I
Pablo's
love
like,
Pablo. He's one of my favorite.
Pablo's like, hi, and for me, is the thing of this man is and always is wearing a crutch,
Yeah.
and meanwhile he's still able to uh, be Pablo, very mother. But my mother of the week is going to be this random YouTuber that made me have a realization. He has like 3,000 subscribers. Like it's to a point like very low. Like I think one video I liked and it was like I was the 10th like or
Yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
like that. And he made me realize my type of man
Mhm.
that I always like fall for on the internet that always makes me blush a little
Mhm.
bit. Okay, so I'm gonna explain it. So tall, skinny, mustache, and then I realized I really just want to date Luigi. I really just want to date Luigi, and he is a YouTuber called Cotbox, so Kotbox, and he is just his like we're doing this thing and we don't have subscribers. We don't.
Yeah, we're not doing
Nobody's
it for.
nobody's listening to us that doesn't know us,
Yeah.
and so we're like very like we're not over editing it. We're
Yeah, we're
not ever.
just like I'm here just
It's
to
just a
talk.
podcast to talk and shit. He is not on a fame level, but he puts his all into his
Mhm.
videos. And I watched all of his videos in a day, which he also talked to a voice actor that was Luigi for just the shortest time. He's also mother.
Yeah.
He's also a crush of mine. He is also tall, lanky, and has a mustache.
Mustache.
And he's so like I'm gonna show you that interview because just the chemistry between the two of them. That's
Yeah.
just him being like, "Ah, you're calling me old. Fuck you."
Yeah.
And he also, it's such a niche crush that I've ever had. That oh, I have a crush on this one celebrity guy. Oh, what does he do? Well, he translates names of Pokemon into the French versions of the game.
Great. Okay.
So no, I just watched all of his videos in a day, and he's my mother of the week. He genuinely like made me laugh the most and smile. And he's just the nicest guy, and
Yeah.
his face is just so beautiful to look
Yeah.
at. And I'm just like, Codbox, if you're out there, I'm
I'm
I
out here.
I'm out here, and I do not accept that a man as good as you will accept me, but I also think that nobody will ever match your beauty, and I'm ready to try and
Mhm.
give it my all
Absolutely.
to just make you happy. I will. I am. Choose me. Love
Me.
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 And that yeah, that's my mother of the week. I'm really he makes me blush like nobody ever does. I also have to mention before we go, the other day it was the anniversary of the best movie, 10 Things I Hate About You.
Aw.
It's also just Heath Ledger, God may God rest. I don't believe in God, but I do when I say God rest
Yeah.
Heath Ledger's soul. The most charismatic man. I don't get crushes.
Yeah.
Like I get very like, oh my god,
So
yeah.
cute. Yeah.
But like men are so cute and shit like that. But then Heath Ledger can always make me blush.
Yeah.
Always now because I'm like Pedro Pascal's hot, whatever. Heath Ledger just red cheeks all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm just Many mothers of the week for
Many
me.
mothers.
Well, it's been
Well,
2 weeks.
yeah.
Do you have another one?
Not really.
Okay.
I was like, I had my mind, so I didn't think about it. My mind was set on
Yeah, but then
being
you
a.
see like a random person that you were like, mother. It's okay if you didn't. I'm just wondering because I've had some.
Nothing's
Yeah.
coming to mind. I don't know. Alright. Yeah, but we started off this episode very down. We pulled it around.
We pulled it
We
around. No,
pulled
no,
it.
no. It's. I mean, we talked about Mamma
I
Mia
mean, yeah. How can you be sad
and
and
talking
talk
about
talk about an
except
oxymoron?
except except if you talk about the last 15 minutes of Mamma Mia.
Well, but it's still very. You're awake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're like
Oh my god,
emotions are
the
intense.
beauty of it.
Really.
So yeah, I think this was longer than usual, but
Yeah.
for good reason.
Mhm.
Hour and a half.
Good.
Sure.
Okay.
So yeah, have a nice week, guys. We'll hear from you
Yeah.
next week when we're gonna do something you've never seen.
Never been done
I'm
before.
pulling it out of my ass. I
Nobody knows what it is. We
know.
don't know.
Not even us.
No, we don't. So yeah.
Bye.
Bye.